Whoa. Is that you organizing your notes?
Oh no, that's me cracking open a bucket of ice cream.
Oh. It's like, what's that noise? Wow. I wish I was cracking open a bucket of ice cream.
I have ginger ale, so I'm gonna make a float.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So I'm gonna give you my best summary of what happened a few weeks ago.
It's been a
I
minute.
listened to the very end of the YouTube video right before this. So basically, you got to Blumenthal. You ran into our friend Conrad Meisner, Hannelores' 17-year-old brother. You did. That was the part I listened to. It was very cute. Um, and Conrad agreed to take you around town and introduce you to his family and really anyone else you wanted to talk to. So you had an interesting time at the Meisner home. You met various Meisners. There are a lot of them. I don't know why I gave Hannelore so many siblings, but I sure made that choice. Um, but yeah, you met her mother. That was main the one of the most important people you met. You also met Christoph,
Mhm.
who is the youngest boy in the family, I believe. Um, and he was the last person to have seen Johanna before she disappeared. So he kind of took you into the woods along the last path that she was seen. I don't remember. I think it Ophelia who found did a very good search and found one of her shoelaces, one of
Yes.
Johanna's shoelaces.
Yes.
So that was exciting. I don't remember you finding anything else in particular. Oh, you found some like pieces of like fiber, I think, like little bits of yarn. Um, that had gotten snagged on branches, and I think somebody told you that it was a scarf that belonged to Johanna, or like they were the same color as Christoph probably told you that. Okay, yeah, Christoph is 17. And he is not the baby of the family because. Okay. All right, and then you went to. Which one of you went to the tower and talked to the guards?
Me.
Right, that was you. Okay. So Ophelia went to the watchtower closest to the Meisner farm. You met a couple of Crown's Guard who are stationed there during one of the like daytime shifts. Afsun and Pavel. Pavel was kind of grumpy. Afsun was much more willing to talk to you. And you found out that they had seen Johanna go into the forest and were now, Afsun in particular, feels like very, very guilty about not running out to stop her, even though they're not supposed to leave the tower unless there's like, they're never both supposed to leave. And then the other two went without Ophelia, right, to the other house?
Yes.
Okay. So you went to talk to one of the other families of children who went missing. believe it was, yes, the Emmerlings. So Carl's family.
Mhm.
He was the first kid to go missing. They told you, his parents kind of told you mostly stuff you had already learned. And they seemed a lot less, they were willing to talk to you, but they seemed a lot less hopeful than the Meisners, mostly because their son had been gone for a few weeks at this point. But one of you, I think it was probably Antimony, because you have better wisdom, uh, noticed one of the children just sneak out of the house during this conversation, which was concerning. But you left after talking to the parents, and the child, you found her hiding in a tree in the yard, and she asked you to let her come with you to look for her brother. Unfortunately, you had to refuse. And then you also met Carl's twin sister, who said that Carl had probably gone into the woods after helping their neighbors, because he goes there when he's upset, and they had just had a fight. And that was it, right? I don't think anything happened after that.
I think that was all we got, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, you guys. Oh, and I think Antimony said, you said you would show Frida, who is the older girl, some magic, because she expressed her desire to go to the capital to study the arcane.
Yes.
Which her brother thinks is a stupid idea, apparently, and that is what they fought about. All right. And had you guys all met up? I don't remember. Or Ophelia, were you still at the tower with the guards?
I believe so.
Okay.
I think we like kind of summarized like meeting everybody else. But I don't remember.
I don't think that happened. I think we're probably going to, if you guys want, but I think you
Right.
had just left the Emmerlings. But we'll say the three of you met up again. And you are now it's just you and Conrad, and you could do whatever you wish. Yeah, we can kind of fast forward through some of the other conversations if you want.
What did we want to do? We did want to talk to, wasn't it like the family of the one boy who turned back from the war?
Yeah, there was one of the kids, when he went missing, he
had been with a friend or something.
Yes, he was with a friend. They were hanging out by the edge of the woods. And then the boy who disappeared, Max, his dog started barking at something and ran into the forest. And he just ran after the dog, and his friend who was with him did not follow.
Right.
Was a friend named Hans?
Yes, yes.
Okay, because I wrote a to-do list in my margin. The to-do list was talk to the other two families, talk to Hans.
Yes, that's Hans.
Watchmaster permission to stay in tower. And also maybe ask what other children are in the age range of the kids who went missing. Just like anybody in town.
Yeah, we could probably just ask Conrad that. Like, it seems like a fairly small town. I feel like he would know if there are any other children.
I don't remember, but I think Ophelia was just planning on staying in the tower just to watch.
I think we were going to meet up with you when
eventually.
We were questioning people.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're still in the tower.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's still kind of it's been pretty quiet for a while, Ophelia. Pavel the human man, he's like in his mid-20s. He still looks pretty grumpy about the whole situation. And Afsun seems to have run out of things to talk about. She is a female half-orc. She's probably 30. And she's just kind of watching, like, with sort of a serious look on her face, doing her job.
Sounds good.
But yeah, you probably talked to them or asked them everything you wanted to already, right? Unless you have any, if you thought of anything else, that's fine.
I have not thought of anything else. So I'm good to just like keep watching, finish
Okay.
the short rest thing.
Oh yeah, you were short resting. Yeah, you finished
Mhm.
that by now. It's been
Okay.
a while. My God, look at that foam. That's incredible. Oh, Julie, are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I forgot to ask. Um, okay, yeah. So you have the two other families. There is the Haas family. Their daughter Mechthild had disappeared. She was the second person to go missing. And then there's Max's family. And then there's also Hans, Max's friend, who was the last person to see him before he disappeared.
Mhm.
And his, you know that his mother runs the general store kind of in the town area.
Well, I suppose we'll continue to hit up these families.
Our favorite thing to ask people about their missing children
Yeah.
because we don't have enough to think about.
Okay, where did I? The problem with having like a document for each session is I don't remember where I wrote things down. Okay. This info I think I posted in Discord.
You could keyword search missing children.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the little time. Oh, I found it. Okay. It's the timeline of how long ago they all disappeared. Because that's not in my notes for some reason. I just posted it in here. Okay, so yeah, Carl disappeared about 5 weeks ago. Mechthild disappeared 4 weeks ago. Max disappeared 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we can just go in order. We could go to the
All right.
Haas.
Yeah, you can go to the Haas's. Yeah, they okay. Yeah, the Haas household is kind of it's pretty busy right now. They, you know, the harvest is over, so there's less to do in general, outdoors at least. And so you go inside. They let you in, and there are 3 small children just sort of running around. Well, two are running around. There's a boy who's about 7 and another boy who's about 4, and they're just chasing each other around the house. And then there is a girl who's probably like a year old, and she is almost able to walk. I don't know when babies learn to walk. When do babies walk? Okay, yeah, she started walking a little bit, but she's bad at it. She keeps falling over, you know. Um, so yeah, there's just sort of children everywhere. It looks like these kids have not been going outside to play very much. But yeah, the Mechthild's parents are named Gerhold and Minna. I can post it. And they're kind of younger. They're both maybe in their early 30s.
Okay, I will introduce us again. The questions we're asking are basically the same as
Yeah. Pretty much the same questions. Okay. And they yeah, Minna tells you that um when Mechthild went missing, it wasn't it wasn't a pattern at that point. It was just that nobody knew what had happened to Carl. And we didn't even know where he had gone. No one knew at that point that he had gone into the forest. Or wait, no, they totally did. Sorry. Yikes. Because they tracked him in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. But it was just Carl, and they thought maybe he'd wandered too far. He was a boy and a little older, and I think fairly adventurous, and he liked to go there. So I didn't think it was a bad idea to send Mechthild. She went there a lot, just in on the borders of the forest to pick all sorts of plants, flowers, medicinal herbs, things like that. She loves plants and flowers and things and being able to identify them. So when she didn't come back, I mean, we were surprised, but I guess that's when the whole town realized that something was wrong.
How long was she gone? Well, I guess maybe they wouldn't know. In my head, I'm like, how long has she gone before you noticed is like a reasonable question? They wouldn't know.
Right, yeah, yeah. I think they know when she left the house, but she just kind of went by herself, and it was like something she had done a lot of times before. So they, didn't.
What I'm asking is actually
Okay.
what time she left the house and when they started looking for her.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
That's a better way to formulate that idea.
Yeah. Okay, so she left the house kind of in like the late afternoon, like before dinner. Sorry, I'm yawning. Probably like 3 p.m., something like that. And they expected her to be gone for maybe an hour because they knew that when she went looking for plants, she would inevitably like find new things and just kind of stare at them and like poke through everything. Like it always took her a long time to do this chore because it was also sort of her hobby. So once it was more than an hour, they started to get worried. Like an hour and a half, they were kind of like, okay, we should go look for her. And one of them probably went to where she normally would be looking around to be like, okay, hey, come back, we're having dinner soon, come help out. And then they couldn't find her, and that was when basically they sort of raised the alarm, and got some neighbors to help look, but nobody could find her in like the sort of outer area where people usually go. So they they probably found, similar to the other kids, they probably found some of her footprints, but not going very far. And the only conclusion they could really draw was that she had just gone farther into the forest.
Mm.
And I will also ask what she was wearing at the time, if she had anything distinctive with her that they didn't manage to find, or anything they did manage to find out. But
Yeah. They found I think at some point they found like a little bundle of plants just sort of scattered on the ground. Like, plants that had been picked, obviously, and it was like the kind of thing she was probably looking for. So, kind of similar to the rabbit, like at some point she just dropped the thing she had gone into the forest for.
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah. And yeah, she was wearing pretty ordinary clothes. They can describe those just like, farm kid clothes. She had long light brown hair. She probably had she had like a little bracelet that she always wore that was just made out of braided wool, like dyed wool that she had braided into a little bracelet. But they didn't find it anywhere in the forest. So as far as they know, she still has it.
Okay. Hmm. Anything else?
Don't know.
Just for the heck of it, because I did this the last time. Does it seem like they're holding anything back? Or are they like as depressed as Carl's family is about it?
Yeah, they see. Well, roll me an insight check first, just to see what you get.
Yeah.
It's fun to make you roll insight checks.
I'm always doing it. Nat one.
What?
Oh no.
Nat one.
Oh,
So that's like
no.
a 0 with your modifier.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
a
my
0.
back. Well, actually, my modifier is a +1 because I gave myself proficiency.
Oh, okay. So
What?
2.
A
a
2.
strong 2.
I can't tell.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely don't get the sense that they're holding anything back. Gerhold is definitely talking less, but you kind of, it just seems like he's the quieter of the two. Like Minna is the one who has been talking, while Gerhold is sort of keeping an eye on the children and also on your conversation to like, and he goes off a couple of times to like separate the two older kids who have started fighting, or to like pick up the baby who has fallen again and things like that.
Right. Baby's eating sand somehow.
Yep. Don't know how sand got in the house, but it's here. But yeah, he's definitely also keeping a close eye on the conversation. But they both seem, upset. to a level that you would expect, but maybe
Right.
not quite as hopeless as Carl's parents.
Okay.
Minna at least seems kind of like, like she kind of thinks, oh, like maybe this could work a little bit. But you definitely don't have any, like, nothing seems shady about them.
All right then.
Okay, so the next family with missing kids would be the Bowers. Says Max's parents.
Mhm.
I'm in like 2 classes right now where I have to do interviews, and I keep thinking I should have an outro script, like, we'll contact you and blah, 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 and tell you what we find. But
Okay, so Conrad's still here. He doesn't have anything else to do yet. So
It's
he's
okay.
just
He
kind
can
of
stay with us.
wandering from house to house getting, free snacks. Basically. He sits on the floor with and like plays with the kids a little bit while you guys are talking to Minna.
Aw.
Like he kind of helps the baby walk around. he has several younger siblings.
Yeah.
He seems pretty comfortable around small children. But then he takes you to another farm. You go up to the door of this house. You knock. It's kind of similar to the last time. This time, a dwarven woman answers the door.
Hmm.
She looks like a little bit disheveled, not so much that it's like really startling, but like her hair is kind of a mess. She looks like she hasn't maybe slept in a while. And how does this go? Like when you come up to the house, does Conrad kind of explain why you guys are there, or does one of you do it?
I feel like if unless Conrad's like, I really don't want to talk anymore, I feel like it's more natural for him
Sure. Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
fine.
know who he is.
Right. Okay. No, that totally makes sense.
And then I
So yeah.
offer like more background or
Yeah. So she answers the door. She doesn't really say much. She just kind of watches you all, and then Conrad introduces everybody, launches into his little explanation, and the dwarf woman who you've heard Conrad call her Alina. Just sort of takes in everything he has said. Her eyes narrow a little bit, and then she just kind of shakes her head and closes the door.
oh.
Hmm.
Conrad looks surprised, uncomfortable. He kind of turns to you guys like, okay, I wasn't really expecting that. Sorry. I mean, I knew she was upset, but
that Max's mother?
Yes. And then you hear kind of, you guys are still like on the doorstep. You hear some voices inside, just like on pretty much directly on the other side of the door. And then someone opens the door and comes outside and closes the door behind her. You see a human woman who's probably about the same age as Alina. And she just looks at all of you and kind of sighs. All right. I'm sorry, Conrad. I don't think she wants to talk about Max. And Conrad's like, yeah, I totally understand. This is Gretchen Bauer. She's Max's stepmother. And Gretchen kind of smiles at all of you.
Yeah, I'll like give her a little wave.
Nice to meet you.
So you're looking for the missing children.
Yep. Well, right now we're learning as much as we can, and I understand why she doesn't want to talk, but if there's anything you could tell us that we couldn't learn from Conrad here, who's been extremely helpful.
Probably not much. Max is, well, he's an only child. He's not, well, he's Alina's son. We got married after her husband died. But of course, he was very young at the time, and he's my son too, of course. I suppose one of us should have been watching him after everything that had happened, but he was just, and this is another farm that's like up on the, kind of up against the woods, like the Meisner farm.
Mm-hmm. I'm not getting any audio right now if you're talking.
I believe there's no pumpkin emoji. Oh, it's jack-o'-lantern. I see.
Huh. We lost the DM. Well, I think it's good when dwarves and human women get gay married. This is the future liberals want.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
You're back. Okay, yeah, I can see the tombstone on my computer, just not on my phone. How weird. Ugh. Okay, what did you guys hear before I went out?
I think we got to their house is by the woods.
Oh, wow, for real? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so their house was by the woods. So Max was just playing outside, kind of how he normally does. Nobody was with him except for his friend Hans and the Bauer family's dog. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry, Juliana's boiling water, so I'm moving. Because our electric kettle is super loud. Okay. So Max and Hans and the dog were just kind of out by the woods. They weren't really being supervised because nobody thought they were going anywhere in particular. And Alina and Gretchen were both inside. Like, neither of them even saw this. They were both otherwise occupied. Basically, the dog started barking at something. Hans couldn't see anything that she was barking at, which is pretty unusual for her. She's usually a calm dog. And then she took off into the forest, and Max, who is kind of a rambunctious, impulsive kid, just sort of ran in after her. But Hans didn't follow them. He was too scared. So he just sort of watched them dash into the forest. Can you guys hear a loud rumbling noise in the background? Or is it all right?
It's fine.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, she can describe Max for you. He's a small dwarf boy. He didn't have anything in particular on him. The dog had a collar on, just like a regular dog collar.
Mhm.
The dog's name is Magda.
Okay.
She's just like a big herding dog. And nobody has seen her either. It was kind of the same situation.
They even lost the dog.
Yep, not even the dog came back.
Mm.
Okay, are you guys good here, you think?
Oh.
Sorry, you cut off in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, I think I don't have any questions at least.
Okay.
Yeah, that's and it doesn't look like Alina's gonna talk to us, so that's probably as much as we're gonna get. I will thank Gretchen for that.
You're welcome. I hope. Well, I hope you find all of them. I don't know if I believe you can, but
Sorry.
good luck.
Thank you. Resounding vote of confidence.
Oh no. Or she's just a pessimist. Maybe both. You don't know.
Yeah, does she seem like a merciless kidnapping child murderer?
Make an insight check.
Or just a pessimist? I'm giving my Vax dice one more chance. That time it was a 5.
All right. No, she seems completely sincere
Yeah.
in really everything she's told you. I'm gonna we can switch back to Ophelia for just a little second. Because there is going to be something quick happening over there.
Oh.
That's not nice. I don't like that sound.
It's not bad, I promise. So you are you looking as well? You're just kind of scanning the tree line along with
Yeah.
the Crown's Guard.
Yeah.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Okay. I will use this. What's my modifier? I believe the total is 10. Yes.
Okay. They're not making a much of an effort to hide, but you're you kind of look you glance over at the Meisner house. And you see somebody leaving actually and walking into the forest. Wait, sorry, I have to look something up on my
The like billions of names that.
NPC list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember. Well, I jotted down character appearances and I don't remember them all. Okay. Yeah, you see a tall, sort of gangly form. It looks like Kristoff. You can't see him super clearly, but he's kind of got this stance.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on just a second.
Is that the guy we went in with? Or was that just Conrad?
No, Kristoff took us in because he was the one who was with.
Right. He showed us the rabbits and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, small crisis. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Juliana is annoyed at me because I'm not eating enough, apparently.
Oh.
So I didn't finish my dinner. I always have a super reduced appetite when I'm on my period for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Kristoff is the one, yeah, he's the youngest Meisner sibling before Johanna, and he's the one who was kind of supposed to be watching her when she wandered off, and he is the one who took you into the forest earlier today.
How old was he?
17.
Okay.
Yeah. You see him walk into the forest, and then you see, sort of from a slightly different direction, like maybe behind the Meisner house, you see another figure. Looks kind of like similar height and build, maybe to Kristoff. Also, badly sneaking into the forest.
Does it seem like they're definitely sneaking, or are they just like walking?
They're trying, but they're bad at it.
Oh no.
And there's like no other details. We're like too far away.
Yeah, you're pretty far away. The only reason you recognized Kristoff is because you like spent time with him.
Uh-huh.
This other person is not familiar to you. At least not from this distance.
And then, does it look like they like are going into the forest at the same place?
Pretty close. One of them is a little bit farther away than the other, like from you.
Mm-hmm.
But in a similar spot.
Does it look like they're carrying, like any of them are carrying anything?
Nope.
I mean, this is kind of concerning, right? I don't know. That seems concerning. Nobody's here. I'm gonna like point that out to, I don't know, Afsun,
Yeah.
Afsun, and be like, do they do that a lot? Like they're being weird. That's weird.
Well, you said that was Kristoff?
I think
mean,
so.
He goes into the forest pretty often to check the rabbit traps and things.
When Kristoff came out with us, did he collect any of the traps or did he just leave them?
I think he like showed you one to kind
Okay.
of show you what it was like, but he didn't check the rest of them.
Okay.
I'm not sure who the other one is. I mean, there's always... Well, they haven't been going in and out quite as much lately, but... It's not
So-
particularly suspicious for people to come in and out of the forest. Especially during the day, which is the only time I'm here.
Uh-huh. I'll wait for like 5 minutes and see if they come out.
They do not.
I'll ask, sorry, how do I pronounce Afsun?
Afsun?
Afsun, yeah.
Yeah.
If she can just like see if they come back out, and then, I mean, I'll go try and fuck around and see if I can find the other two. Fuck if I know where they're going, but like, I'll try.
Sure. I mean, I'm always here watching.
Okay, cool. Don't miss any children, okay? Stay alert.
I won't miss any children.
Did that statement hurt her?
She like winks a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Pavel is pretending not to hear any of this.
Well, he can do that. Whatever. It's fine. I'll leave.
Okay, yeah, you leave. So are you gonna kind of head towards wherever Kristoff and this other person went into the forest?
No, I wanna go report that they went into Adakora and into.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so you and then Afsun will watch and see if they leave. I got it. Okay, yeah, you go and find Adakora and Antimony. They are. You find them like walking down a road. They have just left the Bauer farm and they're on their way to town, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably headed to the general store, I guess.
Because that's where you wanted to talk to Hans and you wanted to talk to the Watchmaster.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be like.
Okay, so
I
yeah,
don't know.
you run into them on the road.
Sup? Did you find out who killed? No, wait. Did you find out who kidnapped them yet?
No.
Okay.
you?
Pardon?
Did you?
No, I just it was like a little weird. Kristoff and like some other brat, I don't know, looked like a brat. It was like brat shaped, the same size ish. They like shadily crept into the forest for some goddamn reason. I don't know. And I just wanted to let you guys know. I'll probably go back and watch more, but it's suspicious. I don't know.
So some people just walked into the forest.
It's like they didn't walk, they were being shady, which I was not. Like, shady people. Did it look like they were kind of like looking around to see if anybody's watching, or if they were like creeping, or if they were being like quick?
Sorry. I just took a bite of food. Kristoff looked pretty normal. He didn't try to sneak. He kind of glanced back and forth when he left the house just to see if anybody was watching him, perhaps. And then he walked pretty quickly into the forest, but he didn't look like he wasn't running. It didn't look like he was trying to sneak necessarily. The other person was, yeah, they were kind of trying to creep along, but they weren't very good at it. But they looked like they were making more of an effort to be sneaky.
Yeah. It was just like weird because it was like Kristoff left first, and then this other person like maybe followed him, maybe just like crept along. Wait, what time is it about now?
Oh God, I have no idea. When you guys left, like in the morning, it's probably 3 o'clock. So it's not going to be dark for another few hours, but
I'm just saying I thought it was suspicious, and you know, just in case something happens, I was gonna let you guys know. And did you guys like find out anything pertinent?
Just the stories of how the kids went missing and some descriptions of them. But if they've gone in, do you think we can catch them? How long ago was this?
I don't know, how long did it take me to find you guys?
it took you maybe 15 minutes.
Like 20 minutes ago? 30? I don't know. I don't have keen mind, I can't say.
Well, fuck. Let's get back.
Let's what?
Let's go back. I don't know what's gonna happen to them in there.
That's true, it is pretty dangerous in there, and it might happen again.
Might be a little old.
Well, yeah, but like, what if they run out of like easy kids to grab? What if now they're like, okay, I guess you'll do. Anyway, it was suspicious. Should we like go in, or should we still finish the questioning and then go in? Like, I can keep watching, or like what?
Well,
That's D&D, baby.
I do kind of want to follow them, because
I feel like they're gonna get themselves into some kind of trouble.
yeah. Like, if it wasn't for nefarious purposes, then I bet that Kristoff was probably trying to go look again.
Yeah.
I like waited 5 minutes to see if they would come back out, but they didn't.
Mm.
And they weren't like bringing in anything, so it's not like they were setting up traps. or doing other, like, farm shit. I don't know what the fuck a farm person does.
Well, fuck. And I start walking back the way, back to the tower.
Okay.
Just start going.
Yeah, all right.
I will follow.
Okay, yeah, it's another like 15-ish minutes to get back to where you were. If you go up to the tower, Afsun will wave at you and yell down, "I haven't seen anything."
Thank you. I don't know, did we introduce you? This is whatever, and this is Adakora, and this is Antimony. I think
This
we're
is
going in
whatever.
there.
Those your
That's-
friends?
Yeah. And that's Afsun. There's another
She-
guy in there, but he's kind of a dick, so.
Yeah, he's looking. He's just like looking in the other direction, like watching the other side of the forest. But yeah, you see a brawny half-orc woman in a Crownsguard uniform just kind of waving down at you.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I guess during the walk I like relay all the information that I asked the tower people. I don't remember
Oh,
what
yeah.
it all was,
God, I don't either.
but it was a long conversation, so.
Yeah, I remember she told you about them seeing Johanna go into the forest.
Yeah, and it wasn't in a hurry. There were
Right,
like
it was
no
just kind of-
sounds.
Yeah, they really didn't notice anything unusual, but like, and she just didn't come back out. Is basically what
Yeah.
happened. And Afsun at least really regrets not just like leaving and going to grab
Mhm.
her,
Yeah.
even though that would have been, against her orders if she didn't like actually see anything bad happening.
Mhm.
But of course, this was a very strange circumstance all around.
Indeed.
And it was all very stressful, and I don't think I should do that again.
But yeah, Ophelia fills you in on that stuff.
Well,
I
so
did
they
not
haven't
write
come
any
back out.
stuff down before because I wasn't there. So if it becomes relevant, you're gonna have to remind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't written down anything you guys have done, and it's all new to me.
Wow, that's like dedication to character. I just write everything down
I'm too.
when
That,
I'm playing.
yeah, maybe not dedication and more. I know this is being recorded, so I can just look it back up.
That's true. I've stopped taking notes.
For me, it's because I'm already gonna lose track of what I'm
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to know and what I'm not supposed to know.
That's-
So I
For
better not
sure,
write it
for
down if I'm
sure.
not supposed to know it.
Oh yeah, that's totally fair. Okay, so are you guys gonna head into the forest?
I think we should.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're just gonna go for it.
All right.
we want to at least figure out where they are, right? Like,
Do you want to go in like here by the tower, or do you want to go down to the Meissner farm, or?
I think we want to go in like at the place where I saw them
Where-
start
yeah,
to go
where
in.
they went in.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, you saw where Conrad went. It was pretty much where he took you guys earlier,
Yeah, I think
just
it
like
would
right
be.
behind the farmhouse.
Yeah, I think it'd be best to like follow the general trail that we took the first time we went in. Because that seems most relevant, unless there's like
Mhm.
tracks or something that we can follow.
Well, okay, you head down to the house. You go to kind of the approximate spot where you walked into the forest beforehand. There's probably a little path there. Like this outer part has some paths that people use. You don't immediately see anyone, but make me a survival check.
It's not great. It's 6.
Oh.
Hmm.
You see, like, one big footprint that you think could belong to Kristoff. He probably had big feet. It's pointing in a direction.
Wow.
I pointed out
So-
to everybody else.
You think he probably went that way.
I went from finding a shoelace to finding a big footprint.
You're tired.
It's been a
I
day.
took a short rest.
Tired you out. Yeah, I'm not a good tracker, but I also want to see if there's more evidence of the way they went. Hey, don't you have magic spells?
I'm fucking saving them. I took a short rest specifically so that I could track further in the forest. We're at the beginning of the forest. I'm not gonna use my magic shit. Wait. I'll guide you. Guidance. I should have guided myself. Fuck.
I know, it's so easy to forget to do that.
What do I get with guidance?
D4.
D4. Okay. Okay. That brings it up to 10.
Alright, 10 on your survival check. You guys follow the direction that Ophelia pointed out. The low wisdom rogue.
I have -1 to survival.
Boy.
Jeez. So, and it's not going directly into the forest. It's not exactly the way Kristoff took you before, but it is traveling inwards, but sort of diagonally, kind of opposite the direction you came, diagonally and slightly in. So you follow that way for a little while, and then you, Adakora, find another footprint, similar to the one that Ophelia found. And you see a second set of footprints that are just a little bit smaller. But they seem to have been here at about the same time.
Okay. And they're still going further in?
Yeah. They haven't hit, like, the depths of the forest by any means, though.
Does anyone... Well... Does anyone here have message?
No.
No.
I miss Bastion. Okay.
Message is great, yeah.
Yeah.
We could just call out for them, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
Okay, we're being sneaky. I don't know.
Hello?
No! Don't do that. Please. Do you keep following them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You keep going for a little while longer. And then you hear from a ways ahead of you, probably like, I don't know how long any distance is when I'm picturing it in my head. It's like a few hundred yards ahead of you, maybe. You hear sort of a like startled noise. almost like a little yelp of some kind. And then you hear a rustling noise in the trees. It sounds like something is coming towards you.
Toward us.
Yep.
Did it
In
sound?
a hurry.
Did it sound
Mm.
like maybe like a dog,
It sounded like a person.
a person?
I take out my short bow.
Okay.
I don't fire it. I just take it out.
Okay. Yeah, the sound keeps getting closer to you. Does anyone else want to do anything?
I'll like, I don't know. I'll
I
hide.
duck,
I don't wanna. I don't wanna
duck
be in the
behind
path
a
of whatever
tree.
is happening.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can. Why don't you all of you make stealth checks
Okay.
Okay.
just to see what happens.
Stealth.
11.
Haha. Dirty 20.
God, what is my stealth modifier? Let's see. It's a hot 10.
Nice. Okay, yeah, Adakora, you find like the best tree and like you're good at picking spots to hide. So you get behind like the only tree that's big enough to hide anyone, like immediately, and the other two just don't really have anywhere to go that's good. So you're both behind like much smaller trees that do not hide your entire body. So pretty much as soon as you get yourselves situated as best you can, two figures come just crashing through the brush from the direction that you saw the tracks going. You see two teenage boys. One of them is Kristoff. The other one you do not recognize. He's a little bit shorter. He has reddish hair. His acne isn't as bad. He has kind of like a big sharp nose, and he's also got looks like he's going through a growth spurt in a similar way to Kristoff. Like he's just kind of stringy. But they both stop when they see Antimony and Ophelia trying to hide. And they just like stop short and kind of stare at you, and they're both panting. Hi, says Kristoff. What are you doing back out here?
I'm gonna like sneak around behind them.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I could ask you the same question.
I mean, I live here.
In the forest? You live in the forest?
No, I don't. No, I live in that house.
Do they
So
look
what are you
like
doing in here?
Like they've been like running pell-mell, like panicky, or
Oh yeah, they look a little. It doesn't look like they've been running like an enormous distance. It was just kind of a sprint. But yeah, they're both breathing hard. There's like some leaves stuck to their clothes. Their hair's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
What were you running from?
I don't know. He looks at the other boy, who also looks kind of concerned, and they share a look, and the other boy says, "We were just, hanging out." Just hanging out in the forest.
Uh-huh.
Do I fucking... That's fucking bullshit.
And we saw, I don't know what it was. well, we heard Kristoff cuts in. We heard something coming towards us. It sounded, I don't know, it sounded big. It was pretty quiet, though. It sounded like it was close to us. But we didn't see much. Just sort of a shape coming out of, not even out, like on the other side of the bushes. We could see the leaves moving and some shadows, and I don't know, it sounded big. Didn't stay to get a look at it. He's starting to look a little bit maybe ashamed that he ran so quickly, but
Does it sound like there's anything else approaching us?
make a perception check.
20. Not natural.
No, you don't hear anything coming towards you. Yeah, you don't hear anything. It sounds pretty quiet. The boys may have drowned out whatever it was with their flight.
Oh no.
But yeah, you see some movement, like little animals and things, but nothing noticeable.
How far are we in the forest?
Not that far. You can kind of see the farmland through the trees.
Well, that's not bad.
Completely, like it's mostly blocked at this point, but you can kind of see where the edge is if you look towards it. And it's still, like, there's still little paths in here. The trees aren't super big or super close together. But you're kind of coming up on it, on the deeper part of the forest.
Do you guys want to go show us where you found the noise?
Sure, says Kristoff.
Do you also want to explain, like, why you were trying to sneak here?
What are you talking about?
Kristoff went in, and then, like pointed at the other guy. You followed a short time after. You weren't being sneaky. You were trying, but, like, you did a pretty shitty job.
This kid turns bright red.
From directly behind them.
Oh no.
I just want to say, you know what you did.
Oh my god. Okay. Roll a stealth check super quick just to make sure you don't give yourself away.
13.
Yeah, that's enough. They're not paying super close attention to their surroundings right now. Yeah, you sneak up on them. They both kind of yell and jump, and they turn around, and you see the shorter boy who you have just met kind of instinctively, like, grabs Kristoff's arm. And they're both just staring at you.
I just fold my arms and look at them disapprovingly. Like I've got room to disapprove of them.
I'm convinced at this point that they were just like sneaking off to hang out, and
Yeah.
we're just tormenting these children.
What did you think we were doing? Says Kristoff.
Well, I mean, I kind of figured you were looking for your sister.
He looks back and forth between you two. I don't know. Should I have been? It seems like a stupid idea to go by myself. I wasn't. He like almost looks guilty for like not going to look for her now that you said that, but
The stupid idea wasn't going in to look for her. The stupid idea was sneaking into the woods when people have been going missing.
Yeah.
just kids.
That was a pretty childish thing to say. Not gonna lie. Like, if I were a child stealing monster, I'd kidnap you.
What's a D&D way to say 4 is a very small sample size?
Look,
Maybe.
I don't know, maybe you don't believe me, but really, we were just taking a walk in the woods. That's all.
I don't believe that.
I kind of believe it, but I don't think it. I believe they were probably like, maybe they were making out or something. But...
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the impression that I'm getting.
Yeah. Well, are we
you
going or
can-
like what?
You can make an insight check if you want, any of you.
Sure,
yeah.
I'll
I'll
do
do
one.
it. Oh, not great.
Oh, that wasn't bad. 18.
13 for me.
10.
10?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Atticor and Ophelia, they are looking so awkward, both of them. But you really think it's just because whatever they saw freaked them out, and then they ran into you, and then Atticor jumped out at them. Like, they just seem kind of like they've been jump scared multiple times in the last 10 minutes. That's
Yeah,
the
it's been a
main
rough.
reason for their discomfort. They don't really seem like they're lying. Antimony, you notice they definitely don't seem to be saying quite everything. But the gist of it is sincere. You also notice they've, at this point, the shorter boy that you haven't met, he had sort of grabbed onto Kristoff's arm, and at this point they've like switched to holding hands.
Okay, I'm picking up
So,
what they're putting down.
yeah. Yeah. They're just kind of staring at you guys like.
I'm gonna be like, right, okay. So where was this creature?
Sure, we can show you, says Kristoff. He lets go of the other boy's hand, and they kind of head in the direction that they ran from. And you can, follow them for a few hundred yards.
Mm-hmm.
And you see there's like it's a little clearing. It's mostly clear because it has like this big rock basically between a little circle of trees. And the rock is kind of, it's not super tall, and it's kind of flat on top. Looks like it would be like a place you could sit.
This is the
Um.
cool spot where all the teens go.
Maybe it's a teen makeout spot. And then as you all kind of gather and like cram into this little space, and Kristoff points deeper into the forest. That's where I heard it. There's like some kind of tall bushes in that direction, like some thick undergrowth. So you can't see it that way very clearly. I really didn't see anything. I just heard it and saw some leaves moving.
Is there any evidence that anything was there? If I look.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
I think you're better at that.
I am, at least in theory. Dice roll. Okay. 18.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm chewing. Yeah, you get up on the rock, you kind of poke around in the bushes behind it. Definitely looks like something was back here. There's sort of you can't make out like individual tracks or anything, but there's like a layer of leaves that's sort of been stomped down. The leaves are starting to fall out here for sure, but there's also like pine trees mixed in, so the tree cover is not completely gone really anywhere. But there's a pile of dead leaves that look like they've sort of been displaced or stomped on a bit. Let's see if you find anything else fun. You find on the ground, you see something that's a little bit shiny. And you pick it up, and it's a little scale,
Oh.
like from a creature. It's just this kind of iridescent dark blue scale.
I show it to the others. Any idea what this is from?
The boys both shake their heads.
That's weird.
How big is the scale?
It's not huge. It's maybe the size of your thumbnail.
Does it look like any kind of animal scale I would recognize?
Make a nature check.
Okay. 8.
You don't know.
Let me see. How is my nature check?
You haven't made much of a study of animals, I don't think, at Akora.
No. Okay. I'm gonna roll to also try to check what this thing is.
Can I guide?
Yeah.
Okay. So do I add like a 1d4?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a d4 and add whatever you get.
Ooh, 4. Oh wow, actually, okay. Hang on, let me add this up. 4. That's gonna put me at a hot 25.
Shit! Okay.
Wow.
Oh, that's so high. What the fuck?
Timony did study animals.
I guess. Okay. It's okay. It's hard to say from this small of a thing exactly what it is, but it seems like this belongs to some kind of lizard.
Okay.
You remember reading about like the different types of scales that different creatures have. And this one, the just like the texture and shape of it are like, you're like, okay, this is a reptile. It's probably a lizard. And it's probably pretty big based on just the size of
The
it.
size of it. Okay. Just
Yeah.
in awe of the size of this lad.
Yeah, not like adult dragon size or anything like that,
Mhm.
but
Like a sizable.
significant, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Well,
Maybe like the size of a large dog, potentially, maybe a little bigger or smaller, but like fairly significant in size.
okay.
You've definitely never seen a lizard this large.
Yeah, I will express this. It looks like some kind of lizard. I don't really know exactly what, but
Lizard.
reptilian.
Yeah, and you're not getting dragon really at all off of it.
It's not quite big enough. Aw.
Yeah, or even like it's not really the right color to be
Okay.
any type of dragon. Most dragons are like, it's a little bit easier to tell what color they are, like they don't have, but this has kind of like, you know, like a rainbowy sheen on it. Like it's clearly sort of blue, like a dark blue. But you know that blue dragon scales don't have that like iridescence.
Mm-hmm.
They're more just blue.
Well, the way I see it, we can keep tracking this thing, or we
That's
can
true.
finish our investigation back there. From here, we can't really tell if anybody else is going into the forest. And I just kind of sigh at the boys because they wasted our time. Wasted my fucking time being the no makeout squad. Like I care.
Oh man. Sorry, I just saw the the messages in the Discord. I swear I didn't read any of that until just now. Like when I was talking about
Wow.
dragons, I was not reading any of that.
I thought you were specifically shooting Julie down.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was just like, I don't want them to think it's. I want to be like give you some good info because you rolled so high, but I don't want to just tell you what it is because it would spoil the surprise. So I was like, it's not a dragon.
I don't know. I kind of want to find out what it like if it's not really natural here, then maybe it's got something to do with it, whatever is
Yeah,
going
Kristoff-
on.
Kristoff pipes up and is like, I don't think we have any lizards. I mean, I've seen some little snakes around, but nothing that big.
I'm hoping for a basilisk, personally.
Or we could tell the Crown's Guard about it and they can go hunt it down. Because, I mean, isn't safety kind of their job?
True.
But I want to fight something, so we should.
Perhaps we should track this scale.
Yes, that seems like a good idea. Right, Adikora?
Are you willing to use a magic spell?
I'm
One
But-
of those
uh,
very nice spells that you're hoarding.
not hoarding spells. I have like one more spell. So we can either look for dragon scales or we can look for children items. And then we have to wait till tomorrow. Are there any like lizard tracks around? I imagine that would have been covered by the investigation.
That would be a survival check, probably. Although Adikora didn't see any tracks specifically.
No.
Yeah. What about like signs of sharp claws on like tree bark or like branches?
You can make a survival check.
Okay, I'm gonna guide myself because that's a good idea. D4. 13, 16, 19.
19. All right. Yeah,
Yes.
you go a little bit farther than where Adikora was. You don't see anything on any of the trees, but you see what looks like some sort of claw marks in the ground.
Do they look kind of like if a lizard was startled and it was like, oh shit, because it saw like two boys making out? And then they got startled and then they like both ran?
Maybe, yeah. It's possible. Well, yeah, it looks like it probably, whatever this thing was, like, yeah, dug into the ground to, like, go quickly.
I like point that out. Are there any more scales nearby?
No, you don't see any more scales. But you can see kind of the direction that it ran in. And it did go back deeper into the forest.
Okay.
We could maybe do both at the same time, try to track this lizard and also look for children with the spell.
I mean, we could just try to track the lizard kind of naturally.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then like,
We'll see how far that gets us, and if we
Right.
need to go.
yeah.
Okay, at this point it's probably like 4:30 p.m. So it's starting to get dark. Like the sun is setting a little bit. It's not going to be completely dark for maybe another hour and a half ish.
Are the boys still tagging along with us?
They're still standing there, just kind of watching you guys. They don't
Um,
really know what to do.
I wanted to tell them to go back and also tell them to tell someone what we are doing. I want them to tell the guards in the tower
Okay.
what we are doing. Because if we're not back by morning, we're probably in a lot of trouble.
That's true. That's fair.
Okay, yeah, Kristoff nods. I can tell the guards. Are you guys like going in for real, or are you just going a little ways? Cause my sister's gonna kill me if she doesn't if I don't tell her that you're going, because I think she wants to come with.
Wait, which sisters? Was it the one who said Adelaide? Was it Adelaide?
No, Ingrid.
Oh, Ingrid.
I don't think you meant Ingrid. I don't want her mad at me. She's kind of. Oh no.
Oh no.
Izzy. We lost Izzy. No!
Hold on.
No! Fuck. Haunted.
You know what? They sure don't. Hold on.
The Wi-Fi is trying to protect you.
Yeah, we did not meet Ingrid. We met, Adelaide. We met one of the brothers' wives. I forget which brother. The one who has a
Let me
wife.
get my notes. Yeah, I was like, only one of them's married. Only one of the brothers is married. One of the sisters is married, but you didn't meet her either because she does not live there. Yeah, you met Arnulf and his wife. You met Kristoff. You met Conrad. Oh yeah, Arnulf's wife is Clara.
Yeah.
And you met their kid, and then you met Adelheid, who is 19.
Yes.
And then yeah, there's another sister who is married to someone around here, who you have not met. But yeah, it's Ingrid is the one, and I think she was mentioned to you once, as I think it was her and Arnulf and their father were the ones who went in like looking for Johanna initially, and kind of got to the end of the trail, and were like, we can't really just wander around back here.
Right.
So they came home.
Well. You're back!
Okay.
Yay!
I think I'm back now. I had to refresh my my router.
It's going around, apparently.
Who will be next?
I want to think about that.
Okay. Izzy, what was the last thing you heard?
Let me think. I feel like we were going to potentially, like, go in further into the woods with, like, trying to find the children, but also potentially looking for the dragon, which is not a dragon.
Did you hear about the sister?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you guys are discussing, what to do. You told, Adakora told the boys to go home, first of all, and then to tell the guards in the watchtower that you guys were going into the forest, and that if you didn't come out by, morning, you were probably dead or in big trouble. And Kristoff asked, are you guys, going into the forest for real now? Or just for a little bit? 'Cause my sister is gonna kill me if you go in and I don't tell her about it. 'Cause I think she wants to come with you, maybe. And everyone was like, which sister? Because he has several. And he said, Ingrid, who you have not met.
Okay.
We're going to see how far this takes us.
Okay, because I don't want her to get mad at me. And I know you guys are, well, actually, I don't really know what you can do. Probably more than I can, since you're out here doing things for the Cobalt Soul, but, I mean, she's a good shot, so...
How old is she?
22?
Oh, so an adult. Okay.
So, great.
Does she
Yeah,
hunt?
Kristoff is the baby,
Yeah.
besides Johanna, so everyone's older than Kristoff.
Is she a hunter?
Yeah, I mean, I think she wants to be. She likes it better than farming, I'm pretty sure. If she could be out here all the time, she would.
Okay, and where is she now?
She was at the house when I left.
Well, I guess the house isn't far, right? We could...
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if it's worth it to, stay here in time for him to run back to the house and his sister to come find us.
I mean, it looked like they ran pretty fast from what we could see, so they could probably make it.
Okay, yeah, they will run off to the house then.
I'm gonna feel really guilty if this person ends up getting into trouble because we decided we want to chase down a blue dragon.
Okay, you wait around for a little while. It's not too long. And you hear someone approaching. And you see an unfamiliar figure. She is in her early 20s. She's quite tall, taller than both of you girls for sure. She's probably close to 6 foot. She has very broad shoulders. Long blonde hair that she just wears in one braid. She has a lot of freckles. And she does have a resemblance to Hannelore, although not quite as strongly as Anya. But you can kind of see it. Like, they look related. But she just kind of... And she's wearing, like, very practical clothing, like pants, tunic. She's got kind of a leather vest on. And some leather wrist bracers.
Nice.
She looks prepared. Yeah, she's warm jacket, hat. She's ready, and she has a big long bow with her, and a quiver of arrows. She kind of looks at the three of you. You're going into the forest now? That's what Kristoff told me.
I show her the scale. Found this. Going to see if we can find what left it.
She takes it and looks at it. I'm gonna roll a check for her. Exciting!
Can I guide her?
Character sheet. What?
Guidance.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Guidance only for Ingrid.
Let's see. Oh, that's not very good. Oh well. Guidance. Okay. Okay, she looks at it. Well, I can tell you that this didn't come from something that's common around here. I've certainly never seen anything like it. It's gotta be big. Did you see anything?
No, we
Kristoff
weren't here.
says he didn't. Hmm. Well, I suppose we better get going before it gets dark. You want to follow this trail as far as you can.
Indeed.
Mhm.
You good at following tracks?
I have some practice.
Would you mind leading the way?
Not at all. Okay, and you point out the tracks that you already found, like the claw marks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, she like kind of gets close to the ground, observes everything. I'm gonna roll her another check. That's better. Okay, yeah, she looks at it for a second, then kind of moves a little bit forward, and she seems to have picked up the trail. And she just turns around and beckons to you all and continues farther in.
All right.
Oh man,
We follow, I assume.
I have all these stats. Okay. Okay, fun stuff. So fun ranger things. Her favored terrain is forest, obviously. So you guys are getting farther into the forest than you've gone yet. The trees are getting bigger. There's more pines. So there's a lot of cover, even though a lot of the other trees are losing their leaves. And it's getting pretty thick in here. There's not really a path anymore. But Ingrid seems to know what she's doing. And you don't get significantly slowed down. Because she's pretty good at picking out like little paths where you guys can travel fairly comfortably. So even though you're in difficult terrain, it doesn't slow your group's travel.
Nice. I keep my bow out because I don't know what we're gonna find.
Could be anything.
Could be a dragon.
Could be. Are you guys trying to be sneaky at all? Also,
um,
I feel like at least a little bit.
yeah.
I don't want to like spook the dragon.
okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
make
really
a
wanna crash around through the underbrush.
make a stealth check for fun.
Okay. Nice. 4. Woo.
4.
18.
What is my stuff? Oh yay! Not a natural 20.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, yeah, everyone's doing all right except for Ophelia, right? You got what did you
Yeah.
get?
4. 4.
4. Okay, yeah. You've never been in a forest this thick before.
It's fucking trash.
You spent most of your time in cities or on a boat.
Yeah.
So this is kind of weird. You just keep stepping on the wrong things. You just haven't quite figured out how to walk quietly. There's just stuff underfoot everywhere.
There's so
It's hard
many
to pay
spider
attention
webs.
to all of it. Yeah, you keep getting stuck on twigs. There's spider webs.
Ugh.
Yeah, everyone else like looks back at you occasionally, sort of like, well, guess we can't really do anything about this.
Wow. If Adakora looks back, I'm gonna like give him the middle finger. That everyone else is fine.
Yeah, you step on a particularly loud twig, and Adakora looks back at you like,
Oh.
I'm a fucking cleric. Okay, I can do magic. I can't fucking walk in a forest. That's too much. No.
okay, so you keep going for a while. It's starting to get darker, and it's almost hard to tell because the trees are pretty thick overhead now. Yeah, it's starting to be dark in here. Ophelia's gonna have trouble seeing fairly soon.
I have fancy
goggles.
goggles, right?
That's right. I forgot you had fancy. Well, okay, Ingrid is gonna have trouble seeing pretty soon because she is a regular human.
Yeah.
Oh, like.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I will-
starting to be dark vision time, and
Mhm.
Ingrid kind of stops and is like, "It's okay. It's not usually a good idea to have lights out here at this time, and pretty soon I'm not going to be able to see. So we can mark this spot. We could come back out here tomorrow, or we could camp out here."
Has the trail been like super like easily found this whole time?
I'm rolling for a thing.
She kind of shrugs and says, I mean, it hasn't been too bad. This thing's pretty big.
Do you think it would be feasible if I did not have the goggles to, like, follow everybody? Maybe I can hold someone's hand?
I mean,
Stop.
you're probably not going to make any more noise than you already are, says
I hate
Ingrid.
this.
I can give you a piggyback ride. I have no idea if that's true. My strength is so bad.
Ophelia's not that big, though.
Yeah. Because I can give Ingrid the goggles and she can keep leading. And then if we get into a fight, then I just light the place the fuck up. But other than that, I don't really need to see anything. Maybe I can, like, passively hear instead of perceive.
You can also, like, perceive to hear. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally fine if you, like, want to do an active perception.
Not at the moment, just like,
Yeah, but if you guys, yeah,
yeah.
you would have trouble sneaking. You would probably have, like, disadvantage on stealth checks because it would
Well,
be everything's so close.
Yeah,
you would
well, I
just run
can't do
into
worse, so. Yeah, so if we want to keep looking, we can do that. I think that would be fine. I'm kind of hesitant about being carried piggyback style because there's more spiderwebs up there than there are down here.
Is that true, Radicora?
The reason?
Are you getting spider webbed in the face a lot?
Am I?
I don't know. You decide. It's just a funny thing. I don't know. If you want there to be more spider webs up there.
in the woods.
Yeah.
But I
don't
don't
feel
think there's, like, necessarily more. Like, well,
Right.
I guess it depends on the kinds of. Are these the kinds of trees that have branches exactly at, like, 6 foot?
No, they're. I don't know. No, I think the branches are lower than that mostly.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're more for me, I see.
Yeah, that's why you're having so much trouble.
Okay, then I'll accept the offer. I don't know. Then it
Okay.
might be easier. And that way we can sort of keep looking. Because I don't know, I don't think we're tired yet.
No, I mean,
You're
it's
not,
not
it's-
late, it's just darker early.
It's like 5:30 p.m. Yeah, it's just late fall, so
Yeah.
it's getting dark.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Alright. I'll hold out the goggles, give them to Ingrid.
She kind of turns them over, looks at them pretty closely, and then she puts them on and blinks, and her eyes get really big. Wow. Where'd you get these?
I like. Well, actually, I don't. Yeah, I point to Antimony. She like made them.
Kind of like, yeah.
You made them?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't make the goggles themselves, but I enchanted them. So, kinda.
Wow. All right, well, this will definitely help. And she starts to follow the trail again. Gonna roll some things. Okay, yeah, she seems to adjust to the dark vision pretty quickly. She even like picks up speed a little bit.
Nice.
It's like, all right. we're gaining on whatever the hell this is. These tracks are getting fresher. I don't know if we want to run into it tonight, though. What do you think?
If it has something to do with the kids and running into it now prevents more kids from going missing.
Do you want me to try the spell again?
What spell?
I don't remember what we did. I was able to pick up. I'm able to look.
No, that was Ingrid asking you. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm like explaining to her.
Okay.
You
It was
found like I don't
locate
know.
object.
Yeah, I think it's. We were tracking shoelaces, I think, and we could find the other pair within like a certain range.
Wait, whose shoelace do you have?
I forget.
It's Johanna's.
Johanna's, I believe. I think we left it with them.
Oh, I thought you got it back so that you could use it to track her, because
If we have it back, then that's good. Yeah.
they would have given it back to you for that, for
I don't
sure.
think we.
I just remember that like the mom cried.
Yeah, you definitely showed it to the family.
Yeah, I like hold out the shoelace. And she can see it too.
Yeah, she looks a little bit, like, stricken for a second. That's hers. Why didn't I find that?
It was like pretty stuck in the dirt.
You can use that to, what, find her? Find the shoe?
Yeah, find like the pair that this would belong to within, I don't know, 1,000 feet-ish.
Wow. Well, I suppose you might as well try. This is the farthest you've been in the forest, I assume.
Yeah. By like a long time, I'm pretty sure. And then it lasts for 10 minutes, so we can keep going for 10 minutes, and then if there's nothing... then we can do whatever, I don't know.
Alright. That sounds like a good idea to me.
Alright. I will cast Locate Object.
Alright.
Goodbye, second level spells.
No. Okay. You do not get anything right away,
Mhm.
but you do have that 10-minute window.
I relay this. Am I like on Atacor's back this whole time?
If
Yeah.
you want to be.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ingrid's like looking up at you, like her face is like mostly neutral, but she looks like she thinks it's maybe a little funny. the sight of you two.
Alright,
All right,
let's, yeah, let's go as
No.
best as we can.
I'll just keep tracking this thing,
Yeah,
and you tell me if you find something,
okay.
or feel it, or whatever, however it works.
Mhm.
Okay. Ingrid keeps following the trail. Let me see. All right. Yeah, she keeps going for about 5 minutes. Why don't you all make me perception checks?
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ophelia, yours will be just listening.
Bad. 5.
15.
Ophelia, did you? Oh, you don't want to mute. Sorry, I was not looking at the screen as usual. You have other things open. Okay, 8. Okay, and Antimony, you've got a 15.
Yep.
All right. So Antimony, well, Ingrid stops very suddenly. You almost run into her,
Mm-hmm.
and she stands up and kind of looks around. And Antimony, you hear something. It's not super close. Maybe 50 feet away, you hear movement. It sounds like branches sort of rubbing against each other.
That's not great.
I don't. Ingrid turns back to everyone. I hear something, but it doesn't sound big enough to be this thing.
Another animal, maybe?
Probably. More than likely, it's nothing dangerous, but let's wait here and see if it passes. If we stay quiet, it might just go around us.
I will wait.
Okay. You hear the rustling noise get sort of closer. And it starts, let's see, it's kind of going faster at this point, and it sounds small. It sounds relatively low to the ground. But you can't really see anything, like just leaves and stuff. But let's see. Ingrid is also looking around, and all of a sudden her eyes get kind of big, and she points at something near your ankles, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a plant just sort of moving towards you. Just a little plant.
Moving how? Like growing? Like
No, just like as if you can't see if it has legs or not, but it's moving as if it had little legs. Just a little shrub, but it's like walking towards you.
How when you say little, like how tall? Like ankle height?
No, maybe like 2 feet tall, 3 feet tall.
So it's probably something wearing a bush costume, right? I'm hoping it's not a sentient plant.
You've had enough of sentient plants.
Wait, when were there sentient plants?
There were not in this game.
Okay, I was like, did I forget about that?
No.
Okay, you keep an eye on these little shrubs. Ingrid has taken out her longbow. She looks very kind of freaked out, like she does not know what's going on. And then Atakora, you're like the closest to one, we'll say. Ophelia is still on your back. So she is out of reach. But this plant like takes its little branch and like rears back as if it's going to smack you. And I'm gonna have you all roll initiative.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Didn't react fast enough to that one. So confused. Okay. Not the worst. 17.
12.
14.
Okay, will you post those in the Discord? I'm writing stuff down.
There we go.
Okay. All right. So the little shrub, you see it like, wind up to hit you with its branch, and you just kind of hop out of the way, Atakora, sort of startled. It does not manage to get an attack up on you. It is too slow. Ingrid has her bow out, or has had it out by this point, and she kind of just almost instinctively like lets go an arrow and just shoots at the thing right on Atakora's feet.
Ah!
Okay, she's definitely gonna hit it. Okay, yeah, she shoots an arrow into this thing, and it's pretty violent. The little bush like blows half apart with the force of this hit. But it like sort of recovers and like shakes its little branches, and it looks mad as much as a bush can look angry. Adakora, you are up.
Hey, what the fuck? And I set Ophelia down / drop her. I don't think I can handle a bow and carry her.
I mean, she could keep like clinging to you, but that's up to her if she wants to do that or not.
I want to
Yeah,
be on
like if
my
you're
feet.
holding
Yeah.
on with your legs, you're probably fine. But I'm like letting go.
Yeah. Understandable.
I guess I'll shoot it. It's a bush, but I'll shoot it. That's a 20 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. 6 points of damage.
All right. And that was the same one that Ingrid shot, right?
Yeah, the same one that's... Do I get disadvantage because it was at my feet? Is that...
Oh, probably, yeah.
I didn't think of that. Okay.
It's very close to you. Yeah, just...
Okay, so does a 15 hit? That would have been my lower roll.
Yes, yeah. So we'll just... you kill it. It, like, explodes.
Oh, boy.
But as soon as you do that, you hear several more rustling sounds. And suddenly, 4 more little shrubs, they had just been sitting there, totally motionless, indistinguishable from a real normal shrub, all of a sudden start moving their little branches and rushing at you guys. They look mad.
What the fuck?
Okay, Ophelia.
I'm probably still hanging on to Adakora, but like I'll cast light on like a branch that's like up, so that it's like a ceiling light or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, and then I can't do shit else because that's an action.
Okay, yeah, suddenly there is bright light surrounding you. You see 4 3-feet tall shrubs just like hopping up and down angrily, waving their arms. Waving their little branches like their
I am
arms.
staying up here, yeah. I like hold on tighter, just kind of like, what the fuck?
Okay, Antimony.
Draw like full body figures.
I know, I would love to
It's
see
gotta
it.
be insane looking.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're bushes.
Yes.
I assume they're probably pretty vulnerable to fire.
I
My
think a lot of this
concern-
forest is vulnerable to
My-
fire.
My concern is that the rest of the forest is also vulnerable to fire.
It is dry out here. It's fall. There's, you know,
There's
pine
a lot of
needles around. There's
leaf
some
litter.
dead
Yeah.
leaves. Yeah.
Oh. Well. Okay. Out of desire to not start a forest fire, I'm going to. How far away from are they?
They're all about 10 feet away from you at this point. None of them are in melee range with you anymore.
Okay. I mean, it's like I could no, because everyone else is in melee range of me. So, okay, I think, yeah, in the interest of not burning the forest down, I'm going to create a little cannon.
Okay.
So I'm going to, yeah, I'll kind of whip out my little tools and whip up a little cannon. And he's a little guy. He's got some little legs.
I love him.
And I'm gonna make a little force cannon. And on my bonus action, it is going to attempt to shoot, I guess, I don't know, one of these 4 guys.
All right.
I have no particular preference, whichever the first one I see.
That's totally fine. Is that your action, or can you attack it now?
Yeah, so it's like creating the cannon is my action, and then on my bonus action, I can activate it.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and fire at a shrub.
Yes. Okay, ranged spell attack. God, what even is my ranged spell attack? It's probably a 5. 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, I'm going to... Let's see, it does... Oh, that's not bad. Okay, grab my D8. Okay, that is 12 force damage, and it's pushed 5 feet back.
It explodes. Just in like a shower of the cannonball, like blows it apart. Just a little shower of wood chips and leaves.
I blew him up. Oh no.
Sure did. The
I
three
keep doing this.
the 3 remaining shrubs charge at the whole line of you. They're each they're gonna just attack everyone whose ankles are available to them. So everyone except for Ophelia.
Nice.
Okay, so Antimony, does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay. That's gonna miss. Okay, and then a 10 is not going to hit Adakora, I assume.
No. He's not a wizard.
Nope. Okay, and then a 16 will hit Ingrid. So Ingrid kind of yelps and jumps back as one of them just like whaps her across the shins with its like entire body. She does not look badly hurt, but she's like kind of hopping up and down a little bit. Okay, Adakora, you're up.
Okay. Is there anyone I can try to hit without having disadvantage?
Nope, not at this point. They're all up next to you.
Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
you guys are all within like 5 feet of each other, I assume.
You could just punch it for.
I mean, that's true. That wouldn't do as much damage if I hit.
Do you have a knife?
I have daggers. Yes.
Okay.
I will try to hit the one that hit Ingrid, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, they're all 3 of them are within your melee range, so go ahead.
Yeah. With a dagger. That's a bad roll. 10 to hit.
Yep, that hits. These guys are
They're bushes.
not very strong.
They're bushes, yeah. Okay. 7 points of damage.
Okay, you stab it good. It still seems to be intact and moving around angrily.
I'm stabbing. I'm
is-
like, what the fuck are you?
It is not happy. And they're not talking, like they don't make any sound except for like the rustling of their little branches. But somehow they're conveying emotions, like sort of.
They're
Is
conveying rage.
They're
Yeah.
mostly rage. Yeah, you get a strong sense of rage from these guys.
would sneak attack have applied there?
Yeah, I suppose so. Because you got people around you. So yeah, go ahead and roll sneak attack damage. You're probably gonna kill this thing.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
Right? Yeah, you got allies with
Because I
you.
never get to do it.
Yeah, because you're never in melee. And neither is anybody else.
Yeah.
That's so much. I never roll 2d6. 11 more points of
Oh
damage.
my god, yeah, it's gone. You stab this little thing and it just falls over. Okay, and that was the one on Ingrid, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ingrid is up next. She's going to back up like 10 feet or so, so she can get a clear shot at the one in front of Adakora. She's going to take an attack of opportunity from it. Wow, they're like only rolling well on her. And her armor class isn't that high anyway. Okay. Okay, so she gets smacked again in the shins. She looks fine. She's just mad at this point. It hasn't done her any serious damage, but she comes up kind of far enough that she can get a good shot with her longbow. Okay, that's gonna hit. Ooh, and she again just like shoots it through and it kind of falls apart. Okay, so there's only one little shrub left. Ophelia.
I'm gonna toll it. It has
Alright.
to make a whiz.
Ooh.
No, yeah, a whiz save of
Wisdom
13.
save? Okay. That is a failure. This one
Yay.
has not taken any damage yet, so you're going to be
Okay.
rolling a d8, I believe.
That's fine. It takes 6.
Okay. It looks upset, but it is still up.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm. It just kind of shakes its branches like distressedly. Okay, Antoni.
Let's see. I will
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it again.
All right.
And does a 14 hit it?
Yep, that's gonna hit.
Okay. And that's 8 damage.
Yeah, it is gone. You blow another little shrub up with your cannon.
I almost feel bad. They're so cute.
All right, so yeah, you all kind of, there's just like pieces of shrub everywhere, and you all kind of stop and look around like at the carnage. And Ingrid's like, what the fuck was that?
I'm gonna turn off the light again.
I just looked at the picture, sorry. Cute.
What?
I have no idea what that was. I've never seen anything like that before.
Hmm. So I take it that's not, native to these parts.
I mean, the bushes are. They just don't usually move.
Have any of us we work in a library. Have we ever read anything about
You do work in a library. Yeah. Wait, let me see what check I want you to roll. Hang on.
To me, this smells like wizardry.
Yeah, I don't roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana.
This is what I'm good at.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nice.
21 total.
18.
9.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Ophelia, you have only sort of vague memories of reading about plants that come alive or become animated with magic, but you can't really remember the details. You just know you've read something about this. Akora and Antimony, you guys both remember there is a spell called Awaken. Which is, it's really only, it can only be learned by bards or druids.
Oh.
So it's a pretty
Pied Piper.
powerful spell. Basically, anyone who can cast this spell, if it's fairly high level. They can touch any plant or beast and bring it into sort of like a more, if it's a beast, it kind of gains like an intelligence score, and it learns one language of the caster's choice. If it's a little plant, let me okay, yeah, same situation. It doesn't like grow any features that it doesn't already have, so like the plant can't speak, but it can understand a language that its creator also knows. So yeah, something woke this little guy up. These little guys. As far as like traditional spellcasters, it would have had to be a bard or a druid.
I smell an angry druid. Or I guess maybe a hag. I don't know what hags can do.
We were told that nothing weird happened to set this all off, and I don't believe that. Somebody took on precedence here for a reason.
I think we still have time on that spell if we want to keep going. Otherwise, we can just stand here and.
You do, yeah, you have a couple minutes left. It has not pinged anything yet.
Well, I guess maybe we should keep moving then.
Just for like 4 more minutes.
Might as well, says Ingrid. She goes back to finding the trail. She picks it up again without too much trouble. Oh, sorry. Ah. And you keep going. Around about, let's see. Sorry, I gotta roll something quick. Near near the end of the spell, you get something. It's like right at the very edge of the range. You've got like a minute left on the spell.
Oh, there's something.
It feels a little weird, like kind of weak almost. Like you've done this before, and it feels like there's something interfering with the spell a little bit. But you're getting like a spot. You're getting a sense of something.
I like point out in a direction, and I probably like hit my hand on a branch or something, and I'm fuck. It's like that way.
You found something?
Yeah, it's like weird though. But there's not a lot of time to keep following it.
All right.
Is it
Do you
like,
guys want to lead Adakora and Ophelia?
Yeah, I guess.
Direct
because I
him?
can't see, so
Just like push on his shoulder and he'll go in that direction.
yeah. Can I tell if it's in movement?
It is not moving.
Okay. So I presume it's like 1,000 feet that way.
Yep, it's about 1,000 feet. I don't know how long it takes you guys to go 1,000 feet. Oh my god.
About 33 rounds.
Okay, so that's like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you keep going. By the time you lose the sense of the spell, but you still kind of like have in your mind where it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you keep going for about 1,000 feet, and you get to the spot where you kind of think it is. And the trees are pretty thick here. You can't see anything in particular right now.
you might have to do some looking.
I think it's around here. Oh, like, stop at Okura.
Okay.
I'm not super inclined to get off, given what just occurred. And given what we just learned, I'm not super inclined to turn on a light either. If there is something spooky going on, I don't want to, like, alarm it. Would anybody like to look for a shoelace?
Can we, who have dark vision, see anything? Want to hand off some guidance?
Yeah, anyone who has dark vision can make like a regular investigation check.
I'll guide people.
Okay. I'll investigate.
Investigate
Ingrid,
in
Ingrid
6
is
seconds
also going to
increments.
investigate,
Cool.
which she's not great at.
I'm gonna investigate. I roll
24.
real shitty.
It's okay, because I got a 24.
All right,
Cool. 15, but it doesn't matter.
that's
Well,
not that bad.
Well, it would have been less. Without the guidance.
Oh yeah.
Rolled fine with guidance. I just didn't roll good on the d20.
Yep. Okay, yeah, you start looking around. You weren't really watching where you were going too closely. You can see like 60 feet out with dark vision, I think. But the trees are so close together that you can't actually see that far out. Like there's just stuff in the way. But you were getting between the trees just fine, and Ophelia was nudging you in the right direction. But right now, it just kind of looks like you're in the middle of a forest with thick trees all around. So you kind of start poking around in the underbrush. You start walking around a little ways, checking the surrounding area. Timony, you find what looks like almost the start of a path. You just kind of run into this little, it looks like maybe a deer path or something, but like it's a little easier to walk on.
Okay.
You head down that a little ways, and it starts to widen, like it starts to turn into almost a real path that like a medium-sized humanoid could walk on.
Mm-hmm.
Out in front of you, you see something. Just kind of a shape, like a still shape. You approach it, and you see what looks like a statue. Like just a perfect statue of a child, a human child.
Basilisk. I'm excited.
No.
It's a girl. She has, she's just kind of the color of like granite, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But she's wearing like a dress and a scarf. And her hair is in 2 little braids. And she's just kind of looking up at you with like big eyes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna call everybody over.
Shit, we're fucked. Okay. I will come over. Come over.
Okay, yeah, you all head over. You see the same thing that Antimony saw. Ingrid also comes up. She also starts looking at it, and you see her kind of like her face just sort of like loses all color, and she's just kind of standing there staring at this thing. What? How is this? What is this?
Do we know about basilisks besides just knowing the
Yeah,
biology?
you do. Yeah, you probably do. You will. I don't know. I feel like you guys all would. I'm not sure. I'm not sure Ingrid does. They don't really come around here. I don't know what her. She doesn't necessarily know a lot about magical animals. But I think the three of you have at least heard of them.
Shit. And
Kind
it
of
does,
touches-
it does seem like the work of a basilisk between we found a scale and it is a stone child.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
That's not a lot of evidence, but
the child is hyper realistic. Like, it's very uncanny. You don't know how, like, why a stone sculpture would be in the middle of the woods. And Ingrid is freaking out, like, clearly. She kind of touches the top of the child statue's head and is like, sorry, you've never seen her before. It's her.
Oh.
do we hear anything close?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Do, 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 do. 18. Not the worst.
You don't hear anything unusual. Just sort of nighttime forest noises. Nothing like big lumbering around.
Mm.
Okay, I think it's safe to be here for the moment, but seems like at least part of this is the work of the basilisk.
Right. I mean, maybe not the shrubs, but
Maybe not the shrubs.
Perhaps
and not the kids. I don't think there's anything about basilisks that's like. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I don't know enough about the D&D lore. There's nothing like specifically hypnotizing about basilisks, is there? Like the kids just walked into the woods.
Right. Like I don't think that it has any sort of Pied Piper like ability to call
Yeah.
children.
You can make
Yeah.
a nature check. Just
okay.
see if you know this.
Yeah, I will. I will also.
Oh, nat 20.
Hey, I only got a 13, but
Yeah, you know that that's not part of a basilisk's abilities set of abilities. It's just a big ass lizard. It can bite you. Its only really magical ability is that if you look directly into its eyes for too long, you will turn to stone.
maybe it was a druid or a bard who awakened it. and it listens to him.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past some kind of magician to have a big pet snake.
No, when has that ever happened? Any parcel mouths in the crew?
Do you speak snake?
Yeah, I just put a steadying hand on Ingrid's shoulder because this has all got to be pretty bad.
Yeah, she's shaking a little bit.
Yep.
I can't believe we really thought there was a chance. But she was just out here. Fine. It was stupid.
There are ways to heal her. I can't do it, but we can get word out.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that's true.
Probably. Unpetrifying spells.
I mean, like, there's great, like, I don't think, I mean, I can't do spells at all, but I don't think we're at a level where we could do, like, a restoration.
No.
But I know
Yeah.
that
No. Yeah, Ophelia knows, you would know this for sure. It takes a greater restoration to heal
Yeah.
petrification.
Yeah, I can't do it, but others. Torkel could probably do it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not too confident in his magical ability.
Wow! Oh my
this isn't the time to drag
Harsh! Harsh!
But yeah, I'm sure he can do it.
You know someone who could fix her?
Yeah, like, I don't know, 3 people. I don't know how many clerics there are. At least 3, maybe.
I don't know that either. We'll have to figure it out. There's a couple more. Yeah, Torkel's not the only, like, full cleric. There's a couple more. And then there's, like, several trainee ones, like you.
And I mean, it's a city. Like, we could also, I'm sure there are priests in Rexentrum.
That's true.
If we were like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, they're a day's travel away, some kids need some greater restorations, they wouldn't be like, no, I can't leave my temple.
Yeah.
We probably
We
need
can also
to
just
muster
find
up.
a random traveling bard who happens to have great restoration.
We capture the bard who did this and we force him.
Right.
Greater restoration and 100 gold of diamond dust.
Fix this child. I don't remember how much it costs, but there is like a fairly significant
Yeah, 100 gold
material component.
of diamond dust.
I've got money, but that's not,
That's true. You do.
not the issue.
Yeah, you have more money than these two know about for sure.
Yeah, we can. It can be done.
What do we do now? Just leave? I guess we have to leave her out here. We can't carry her back to town.
And there might be other
With my
statues.
strength, we can't. That's just me. I don't say that.
Yeah, the other children probably are out here then.
If you think about it, it's good news. We know more than we did an hour ago, and it's reversible. They're not dead.
I guess so. All right. Look, we've been we've been lucky not to run into anything besides a couple of shrubs. There are some real animals out here that are dangerous, ones that are actually supposed to be here. We probably shouldn't stay out here all night unless we're prepared to set up camp.
Probably not. And we told the tower guards that if we weren't back by morning, we were probably in trouble, so I'd rather get news back than rouse everybody for another search party.
Right. I mean, believe it or not, she might actually be safer being petrified at the moment.
Well, safer than us.
Laugh. Yeah. In like a strange sort of way. And if Kristoff told the guards that we would be in trouble if we weren't back by morning, he definitely told my parents that.
Yeah. And it might be worth to bring help in if it is as dangerous as a basilisk and possibly a druid.
Our favorite move, call in some more powerful enemies.
That's true.
Def want to talk to the Watchmaster and find out if anybody got pissed off because I still think this couldn't have just happened out of nowhere.
All right, so you guys are going to head back.
Yes.
Okay, I think, let's see, it's probably like 8 p.m. by now in game time.
I want to, if not mark the place we found Johanna, I want to at least make a mental map of it.
Okay.
I assume Ingrid is also doing that, but also.
Yeah, Ingrid is, and she kind of has like a trail marking system too. Like she stops to do things.
Yeah.
As you go along.
Yeah. I just don't want to like come back tomorrow and we're like, where the fuck did we leave that fucking thing?
Where's the statue? Where's the statue of the child? Oh. Okay, I think I'm going to call it here because it's late.
All right.